Test. There it is. All right. What's up, crypto junkies? It's Jay. Let's head in with the intro. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that because I just realized that the sound doesn't work. Still trying to figure out how to do the live stuff super sweet. I'm sure at some point real soon I'll have watched enough YouTube tutorials to where we'll have that going. But I wanted to shoot a live video today and talk coin count a little bit, and then also too, there's some big things happening, and I want to point some things to your attention. And the reality is that my editor is so swamped with video that I just figured I'd pop on and go live with you real quick. All right. All right, so sound should be good now. I'm seeing it on my mic. I didn't have it plugged in. I didn't have the USB mic plugged in, that's why. All right. First, and this is crazy and slightly funny, but we're going to start with Bitcoin. You see here, it's starting to hit a pullback. But wait a second, it shouldn't be, because we've got the gold fork coming up on October 25th, which is, coming up. And so everybody, when there's a fork, wherever the fork is going to be, they're going to hoard in that cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin Gold is going to fork. So whatever amount of money I have sitting in my Bitcoin, I essentially get that amount in Bitcoin Gold converted over for free. Okay, that's why everybody does that. Some people don't know that. And here's what's interesting to me is, remember when the China ICO ban hit and like everything was down for days and days and days, and then they tried to hit it again, and that's right when Jamie Dimon came out and said, the whole thing's a fraud. Look at the last 2 days. This is through Yahoo Finance, this ticker here, but let me just make this big for a second. There was one that hit last night, and then now again this morning. Let's see if I can find. All right, so here's the one that hit last night. Yeah, 11 hours ago. Russia's central bank backs move to block Bitcoin websites. They basically want to block everything. And I was like, that's kind of weird. Maybe that's not even true. Maybe that's just, speculation. Russian President Vladimir Putin. Cryptocurrency poses serious risks. They carry high risks, and they're moving toward new regulation, and they're blocking all the exchanges in the meantime. That's big news. That's huge news. But if you look, it's actually barely affecting Bitcoin. And I just want to show that because sometimes they'll try really hard to get this to break through previous support lines. So you have support lines and resistance lines, okay? And the support lines is where it's notoriously had support, okay? That's all that means from a price standpoint. And they're trying really hard right now to test these support lines that were basically, because we were running parallel here. This was for about a day, right? The 9th, 10th, no, 2 days. So 2 days we were running, kind of doing a do-si-do side to side, and they're really testing that support line with propaganda news. Now, this again, before, if we look at just a couple weeks ago, well, actually it's more like a month ago now with the ICO ban. Like that really tested the support line, and it broke through, and it started a downward trend. So I just think it's fascinating that in the wake of that, basically a president coming out and saying, yeah, we're gonna do this and that. It's not really affecting the price of Bitcoin like it should. So I don't know if that's just because we've got the fork coming up, or if that's just because we've now hit new thresholds with Bitcoin. I'm not sure. Cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good point, Jose. So also too, let's talk about altcoins here for a second. So Bitcoin is up and all the altcoins are down. Yeah. Well, it makes sense because everybody's had a mass sell-off of all the altcoins to hold Bitcoin to get the free Bitcoin Gold when it forks. Now, that poses huge opportunity, because what can we go do? We can go increase our positions on all the altcoins and get in position and get ready for when they take back off. Because as soon as the fork happens, there'll probably be not a mass sell-off, but there'll be a good-sized sell-off, and then you'll see Bitcoin probably reset a little bit, go on a downward trend, and then you'll see all the altcoins, which have been mostly down, you'll see them go up. All right, that's pretty standard. And speaking of that whole piece, let's jump into Regal now really quick and talk about this. Regal's been having some issues, kind of like me and my nose. Ugh. All right. Regal's been having some issues with their system, so they've been making updates, and what they locked down up until last night was, and I haven't checked it yet today, I'll do that with you live here, is they locked down basically your ability to do anything within the system. And for a while yesterday, people were getting, zeroed out accounts, and the accounts, the dashboards weren't even loading, and all kinds of other stuff. So I got $34 sitting here. What I've decided to do with all of this is just reinvest it. So let's actually just see if this will work. Logged me out already. And also, too, we can make a safe assumption, because this has been going on for about a day and a half with Regal, that's why it's up. It was staying pretty strong at $12, $13. I haven't actually looked at the charts in the last few days. But I'm going to assume that a lot of this upward trend that we're seeing is mostly because you're being forced to hold the coin, which as soon as they fix the platform, you got to understand, will create a small little sell-off. We saw the same thing with Bitconnect happen before. What did happen? There was the hack. Yeah. And then everybody kind of couldn't move their coins, and then they could. It affected the price a little bit for about a day or two, but I think with a smaller coin like Regal, it will affect it more. I guess we'll just have to see. So let's just do what? $30 reinvest. Minimum of 100. Oh, it is a minimum of 100. Wait, is it? It shouldn't be. I've never done it. Yeah, minimum of 100. Okay, so I can't even do that. Let's see, what could I do with it? I could walk it back out and just hold it in Regal coin, which would be stupid because it's peaking. It'd make more sense to do that when it was actually low, to hold the coin. But yeah, as you can see, I was way later to Regal coin, but there's still plenty of room. I mean, look, in this account I've got $400, no direct referrals, $34. It's been rolling, I think, since the 3rd or 4th, so $34 in just a few days here. Not bad, but yeah, basically I don't know if it looks to be open back up, because it wouldn't have even let me do that. So the next 24 hours will be interesting to watch. Basically, the 24 hours from the time that everybody gets restored account access will be the most valuable window to watch, because let's see what the pullback is on this. All right. And then let's talk market cap. Bitconnect is in number 11. I mean, it's crazy. I shot a video yesterday, and it definitely ruffled some feathers. Just presenting another idea of, well, what if Bitconnect was lying, and now they've got $1 billion in market share. I was just exploring one of the things they could do with that. There's this whole, and I didn't fully understand this until I've kind of beefed up my knowledge on this area, is that there's these backdoor deals that happen with banks to ensure liquidity, and we all knew that was happening, but there's that is a reality that occurs. And so the same thing would have to happen on the big exchanges like Coinbase in the crypto space. They would have to ensure they had enough coin at all times, right? And so they could easily work out a deal with Bitconnect. Somebody brought up a point of okay, well, then it would expose them, and everybody would be, well, the people they're doing business with, Coinbase, etc., would now know the owner of Bitconnect. It doesn't really work like that, though, because it's a boys club. So it's not really like, oh, I'm going to out you. Why would you out somebody. They're helping provide liquidity to you. Like, you're doing business with them. You don't care. You know, a lot of banks are involved in deals and things like that with really shady people and people that are on watch lists and all kinds of stuff like that. They have to look past that and look out for themselves and their bank interests. So that's not really a valid argument. That's just kind of, I think, people not wanting to face that reality that that's what goes on with the banks, and it's what goes on with cryptocurrency because it has to. Coinbase has to keep rolling, and that's just one small example of what they could do. They could do a lot more than that. They have a user base of 50,000. They have $1 billion in market cap. I mean, yeah, it's almost unlimited what they could do now. So I think that my personal opinion is that even if they were illegit and lying up until this point, it'd be pretty easy for them to legitimize themselves completely. So they're at 1.142 billion, $161 per coin. If I remember when it was sitting at 113, maybe like a month ago, even that would have been a good little spread to ride it from 113 to 160 and sell off. It's been sitting at 160 to 162 for the last day and a half. I mean, you could have sold that. Plenty of time to sell that. Yeah, so we'll see. It seems to be growing. There's the news. There's the news of them doing the virtual credit card. I think that's supposed to be happening like this week. And then they're constantly doing road shows, they call them, in Asia, where they go on like tour and they do these big amounts of people show up, thousands of people show up, and they all are Bitcoin holders and they sell them on Bitconnect. It's crazy. It's like an offline marketing event, which that apparently still works. What else do we got here? So yeah, we got some FUD news hitting, trying to test Bitcoin, and it's not falling for it. What else do we got? Do we got some really good news too? Is that why? Maybe. Let me look. No, not really, because that was the first one. Yeah. All right. What else we got? Bitpetite. Let's check out Bitpetite. This is probably one of the last days I'll be showing you this account. I'm going to start to show a different account. This is going to go back to being my private account, actually, which is what it started as. So total referrals, we're going up, 21, 9 active, $21,000 invested, referral commissions, almost 720. This is the breakdown based on first, second, and third tier. The most is in third tier. I won't scroll down because I can't blur it out, so I won't do that. But let's go ahead and we got a withdrawal. We got them all ready. That's like over $50, $40. That's like $3 to $5 maybe. Let's hit that, and then we got to do some Bitcoin love to some commenters. Okay, let's jump into some live stream here. All right, so the question is, can I keep my Bitcoin in Coinbase for the hard fork? You can. Most people are keeping them in offline wallets, cold wallets, storage wallets, whatever you want to call them, like a Trezor. Which I'm getting ready to buy some of these as gifts. Let me just show you this. Shop.trezor.io. That's TREZOR. Let me just link this in the chat. This isn't like an affiliate link or anything. I don't even think you can affiliate that, but maybe if I gave you the Amazon link. But that will get you an offline hardware wallet that you can push all your coins to and hold them. That is what most people do. When the hard fork happened for Bitcoin Cash, I just had my stuff. Where did I have that sitting? I had some sitting everywhere. I was still sitting in the exchanges. I was sitting some in Bitconnect in my Bitcoin wallet on Bitconnect because I have some Bitcoin Cash still there. What else? Where else did I have it? I've never really used Coinbase. Outside of we just shot some training videos over the last couple weeks, I really had no idea how Coinbase worked. And after I shot those training videos, I realized that I really don't like Coinbase at all. And so I think the service itself is annoying and extremely limited. But then I just assume that because they're a San Francisco-based startup, that they're just sending all the information right over to the NSA and just reporting on everybody's fucking earnings, which is annoying. So no, I'm not down with Coinbase at all. Could you leave it there though? Yeah, absolutely. Even though people freak out, like, you kind of, yeah, I don't know. I don't fear like losing my coins. I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid and haven't learned a lesson in that area, but I don't really freak out about that. But yeah, you can definitely move that over into a hardware wallet, which would be your best bet. No, it won't. I don't. I think it'll only give you free Bitcoin Gold if you're sitting in an exchange or a wallet that's not a hardware wallet. But I could be wrong. I'll double check. You know who actually is a guy to follow for great news on fork stuff and actual tech behind Bitcoin is Box Mining. He gives really good infos on. He's talked really good videos on the SegWit split fork and the Bitcoin Gold. Oh, okay. So Charles is saying that you will. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much experience with a hardware wallet. That's also why I don't know. So I apologize, but yeah, that's great. Okay, so let's see here. We did an update on Regal. So I'm going to leave this in here and wait for this to pull back. And then I could check the charts, but the only chart is on coinexchange.io. And that exchange is fucking painful. And I'm just not in the mood to do that right now. But, all right, so let's refresh this. What are we at? Cool. 1,000 paid out. Oh, we're going to do the... I'm going to do a live video on the Bitpetite $1,000 invest probably Friday. It was going to be like a bunch of us on video doing it live, and then everybody that is wanting to come in, it's like, no, I like to keep my stuff private. I don't want to. And so now it's probably just going to be me. But there'll be, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, with me, 4 people doing it. So we'll be bumped up to the higher commission level, which a lot of that's just going to go back into the community. Like you see the wallet here. A lot of that just is going to go back into the community. The risk of not having it is when you store on exchanges that decide to keep the forked currency. Most exchanges will eventually give you the forked currency too. Yeah, and I remember that happening. Charles, that's a great point. I remember that happening with Bitcoin Cash. They sat on it for like 3 months. I looked at that as a good thing, though, because it was free money to begin with. It was free currency to begin with. And so, yeah, I don't know. I didn't mind having it just sit there, and then now it's freed up, and you can do whatever you want with it. But, yeah, I didn't actually mind that. It was just kind of like I was forced to not do anything with it, and then I actually ended up liking that. All right, we got some commenters to give some love to. Yeah, that last video on Bitconnect really stirred some shit, boy. Thanks, Don. All my intention was with this video. A little tired still. Watch Jay Spell. All my intention is to get people to think, and really put some things into perspective that I think a lot of people forget about, which is that when you have, even if it wasn't legit, you know, if you've got that much pull now, there's a lot you can do with that. That was my only point. All right, we got a new commenter. We'll send him $10. Fresh out the boat. Okay. Yep. Bunch of people saying nope. This guy's a junkie, straight up. Okay. Let's get him some fresh $10 love. Okay. This is the other one I was looking for. Let's get this man some free Bitcoin. He's a new commenter. I always send new commenters like $10, and then existing ones, I just circle around $5. So why wait till? So a lot of people have been asking me that lately with the 10K challenge. It's supposed to work, but it doesn't in mine. Is that your reinvests, there's supposed to be commission given to whoever your referral is, and then on the it's supposed to count on the total overall team volume, which we've got a goal to get to 200,000, and mine doesn't. So I started doing that, but I should probably check back and do a day or two of just reinvest and check it again, because the thing you got to understand is that the platform's not perfect. You know, there's some strange bugs that I've noticed with Bitconnect, and then they just kind of come and go. And maybe that's what's happening to me. I don't know. I haven't bothered reaching out to support or anything because, like, I think they got bigger problems than that. I can get a solution to that really quick. I just pull it out and do a lend. All right. Reinvest to count for team volume and for commission to be paid to my referral. And currently it's not been. So that my work around. All right. I noticed Jedi Knight, he's been slipping in on some of my videos. Just a little quick comment or two. What's up, the Jedi Knight? He was in a little shit-flinging contest recently. All right. Yeah, let's see what we got here. Oh, you guys want some Bitcoin on here? Okay. We can do that. Should I do Regal with 100? You have sponsor link? Yes. You should. Let me get the link. Of course you should. I don't, but then again, I don't see $100 is a lot. Like if I were to lose that. Okay, so the only dab, let's send you some Bitcoin, brother. Assuming you are a dude. Otherwise, sister. Cool, man. Just sent you some Bitcoin. Yeah, so the Ethereum that I had on Bitpetite was nothing. That was nothing. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. Like, I started all this with $100. I don't really talk about that, and I don't think people remember that, but I started all this with $100 in Bitconnect, and here we are. I got to do a video totaling up everything actually soon, like how much money I've made total with all the high interest yield programs, how much, what do I got total invested for, 15 or 16,000, I think, and then getting ready to do some bigger buys. I think we'll still do 100K buy-in on Bitconnect also, and then yeah, what else did I plan? We got the 1K Bitpetite. I want to start pushing Bitpetite a lot. We're going to drive some traffic, building out some marketing funnels for Bitpetite. Same thing with Bitconnect in the community. I can't wait to show you guys the community too. It's going to be great. That I got a sneaky peek at it yesterday. Getting everything built up. What are we on? What's today? I'm a day ahead. I'm in the future. I can tell you about the future, guys. So today is Wednesday. I think maybe by Monday or Tuesday, I'll be able to actually start inviting in beta users. So beta users will be anybody who signed up through any of the Crypto Junkie links. You'll be able to join. To be a part of the community, you have to have joined through at least one of our links and done a lend on, Bitpetite, Regal, Bitconnect, whatever it is. And I'm doing that just to keep it, like to put some skin in the game, because the members area is free, and what we're giving you access to is not offered anywhere else. And I see that as being extremely valuable. And the only thing that we ask is that you put some skin in the game and join through one of our links and do an invest. I don't care if it's Regal, Bitpetite, Bitconnect, whatever. Yeah, Powell, that's a great question. Maybe a 100K challenge. I think the 10K challenge for me is getting a little boring. Like, I don't know. There's been a couple days where I've shot videos and I'm like, why is anyone even going to watch this? This is getting so boring for me. But I think that there's always value in that. And so we'll keep doing the 10K challenge and fulfill the commitment of doing the 30 days like I said I would. But I don't think I'll do any other challenge video until it's like a much bigger number. I think the 100K challenge video, I think that would be really good, because like you got $1,000 a day, and we could even do again, where my mind is at is I'm just like, why would people keep watching me do a reinvest each day? Like, I'm clicking 7 buttons. Yeah, maybe I'm making some jokes. Maybe I'm in a quirky mood that day and we're doing goofy shit. But for the most part, like, all you're really watching me do is like click a couple buttons and then poof, the money's kind of like gone. I think if we were to do the 100K invest, we're getting like $1,000 a day. We could do more with that and make it funner, I think. Meaning that, like, oh, hey, let's send 300 to here, 700 to there, or 500 here, 500 there, and we could like break that up and do more with it. Like, oh, let's do a little Voltoro here. Let's push this maybe and do a manual trade, and let me show you the buy. I don't know, just stuff like that, just to give it a little bit more depth maybe. So if we do another challenge after this one, then yeah, so this will be over. The 30-day challenge will be over November 3rd. So probably by the next week or so, I'll have the next challenge scheduled out. But maybe it'll be the 100K. We'll see. All right. Thanks for all the love, guys. I appreciate you tuning in to all the content. The channel's growing. We're almost at 400 subs. Yeah, well, you know what? Cliche Guitars is I want to start scheduling out group buys too, because when you buy in a group, you actually it's like a whale is buying, depending on what you're doing. And I know of some guys already doing that, and so I want to do the same. That's part of what we're doing with the Discord chat. So if you haven't joined the Discord chat, It should be the top link. Dean Noel 7 just sent you some Bitcoin. But let me pull it out here. You guys can join. It's a free chat group. Discord is like Slack, but for gaming. And there's some sick automation we'll be able to do with bots. Versus Slack, we can only do so much. And Slack is more like for working. So yeah, I didn't want to do that. But Discord is where it's at. Just starting to kind of get it rolling, add content. But yeah, there'll be marketing channels in there. There'll be exclusive club and groupings in there for everybody that's coming in at $1,000 or more in Bitpetite, $10,000 or more in Bitconnect. So we'll have exclusive channels there for that, and that's where we talk high-level strategies. And again, a lot of that is really going to be, I want to be able to group everybody together and make big buys for everybody who's interested to be able to affect the market. And that's the goal maybe in like the next month or two. But for now, we're just getting up off the ground. Let's build the community. I think we got like 20 people in there now. I want to see a couple thousand in there, and we'll be able to make some magic happen. But yeah, join in if you haven't already. Check out the channels. Quite a bit of it is unlocked for everybody, but then there are levels based on, whatever you're investing. Okay, so yeah, let me talk about this again. For the community that we're rolling out, it's going to be just like anything, any other like software as a service or like a Bitconnect that you have access to. You got to go and sign up, and then you get your login, and then when you log in, what you're going to have access to is training, both video downloadables. You're going to have access to exclusive calculators and tools that will help you figure out your profitability and your ROI on the different high-interest yield programs. So those will be for USI Tech, Bitpetite, and Bitconnect, Regal as well. And then, that will be where we'll do a lot of the exclusive pieces too, I think, in terms of content and training. Like, I used to make digital programs and software programs for like 3-4 years. That's how we made a lot of money, millions of dollars actually. And I've still got some of those programs. Like I've written a book on nootropics, which nootropics are like cognitive enhancement substances. I have a training program on what's called peak performance. So I'm an athlete. My history is I'm an athlete, and I guess you'd say a biohacker, meaning that I'm always looking to extend the functionality of my biology and like my DNA to extract the best that I can out of it. And I've got like a whole 8-hour training course on like how to eat better, fitness, different biohacks like cold showers in the morning, intermittent fasting, which I've been doing for 4 or 5 years now, and just stuff like that are like a bunch of little pieces that most successful people are doing some of these pieces. Like if you've read Tools for Titans, which is Tim Ferriss's latest book, he basically interviews, the book is about showing off his notes from interviewing hundreds of people on his podcast. He's interviewed 200 of the wealthiest, smartest people on this planet over the years, and it was a book on his notes. It's like a Bible. It's like that thick. And I read that book, and what was funny is that when I read that book, which it just came out, I think February or March, most of the stuff they're talking about in that book is the same stuff I've already been doing. And some of it was new. Like there was actually a lot of new stuff, but a lot of like the basics that they're already doing is stuff that I talk about like in this other training program and things like that. So I want to add all that training in as well, because I think that, we have to go beyond cryptocurrency. Like I want to see everybody that joins this community just become better. And that's financially, that's as a person and as an individual. And I think that, okay, if we're talking cryptocurrency, well, it's really easy. Like if I got started in a manual trading and, I could stay up all night watching these charts and graphs and making a plan, and then I'm not sleeping right, then I'm not eating right, my metabolism is thrown off. So then it'd be easy to turn into a fat, lazy slob doing this. But that doesn't make sense, because it's like, well, wait a second, I'm doing something that will make me financially free, but I'm sacrificing my health in the meantime. I don't think you have to do that. And so the long-term goal of this will be incorporating a lot of like the longevity stuff along with like, hey, how do we make some money with Bitcoin? Long-winded answer, I know. Yep. So that's some basic stuff. Klesh is cut out soda. Wake up early. You're the best in the morning, and only go on water. Lemon. Squeeze fresh lemon in your water first thing in the morning, or apple cider vinegar, teaspoon in 8 ounces, 12 ounces of water. Drink that. You'll pee like a dozen times before lunch, and then at 12, 1 o'clock, start eating. Most of the time, like if you get used to it, but most of the time we're just thinking psychologically, I can't eat until 12, which therefore makes us more hungry. But when you don't care and you've completely just surrendered to it and released, then there's nothing. There's nothing there. So, why does Bitconnect not let you loan them US dollar? Because they work off of Bitcoin and Bitconnect only. And, that's just how they're operating. Probably for legislation, rule, and regulation, because if they did allow you to just like, hey, here's my credit card, here's US dollar, I think they could go after them way easier. Like, cryptocurrency is this black space. It's this gray space, rather. And so they can't go after somebody, really. You can for, fraud and Ponzi scheme and, ICOs that are just scams, because that falls under other rules and regulation of that country. And so, it's removing the law and litigation around what would be required if you did that. If you did accept dollar, then you would have to get a bunch of approval and what's the word I'm looking for? You would have to be certified as an investment, whatever, in America, anyways. Nice. You've been in Bitcoin since 2013. Here's what's funny. Let's talk about this for a second. We can all kick ourselves in the ass, because I know I'm not the only one who had a crazy friend that was back in like 2010, even 11, 2012, 2013, every year up until now. Jay, there's this crazy stuff. I want to talk to you about this Bitcoin, man. It's going to completely change the world. It's going to revolutionize banking. Blah. And you said, no, I'm not going to do it. Oh, man, I think we can all kick ourselves in the ass for that one. But the good thing is that we're in now, and I know that I'm looking to make up for lost time in a big way. And one of the ways we do that is we make a plan. We work that plan every day. Yeah, so see, that was Clash. That was everybody, man. Coin Riem. Here's the thing. Okay, let me show you this. I just found this the other day. Most of the high interest yield programs are not real. They're based off of a script, and they're just duplicates of duplicates of duplicates. And like, here's an example of these are all high interest yield programs. I think these are shittier ones though. But they're almost all licensed out of the UK. They put the UK LLC business license thing, whatever, on the front website. They all pretty much look the same, and they all pretty much don't last. And so, look, I mean, I could cover every single one of these. We could talk about, what is that, Coin Group, right? Chain Group. We could talk about, I don't even know, man. There's thousands of them at this point. We could talk about all that crap, but no. No, because it's really easy to get hooked into those and like, oh my gosh, this one, but all it's got to last is like 5 days, and this one, and all it's got to last is like 2 days. You'll lose more than you win in that game when you're sinking everything into high interest yield programs and they're sketchy. Like Bitconnect, in comparison, is a way safer bet. It's on CoinMarketCap. It's got its own coin. It's now number 11 in comparison to a website that's claiming to pay you 10% tumble fee every day. I mean, even Bitpetite is sketchy, and USI Tech is sketchy in comparison to Bitconnect, if you want to compare. But again, diversify as much as you can, meaning like, okay, I can get into 3 or 4. And so with me, what I do is I've got my core group, which is these 3 now, Bitpetite, Bitconnect, and USI Tech. And in my mind, they're all categorized as like trustability, and how long I think they'll last. And so I'm sub-working out my plan with each one of those every single day. And then I'll come out here and I'll take maybe like I have allocation towards trying new ones, right? So like maybe it's laser, maybe it's chain group, maybe one of these other ones. And then I'll go and I'll allocate towards those and start to test out maybe one or two new ones. And I know I don't talk about it with you guys on the channel at all, but it's just something that I'm doing in the background. And yeah, and so I just kind of do it like that. I'd suggest to make a similar plan. Oh, I forgot to mention Regal too. I'm so, like, Regal's so new to me still that, like, look, I'm not even mentioning it. But Regal I see sticking around. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. So USI sponsor link. I don't talk about USI Tech at all, but you know what, guys? Like, it's funny. Somebody was telling me that they thought USI Tech was the least trustworthy. They have been around for a while. They have Forex software that I know guys use. I know of people using their Forex software. They were in Forex and now moved over into cryptocurrency. They just went through the long and daunting process of becoming legitimate in the U.S. for cryptocurrency, which, why? Why? You know, so it just proves that, to me, that they actually care, one, and two, they want to be around. I don't know how that would prove the other way, but maybe my logic is different than most people's. USI Tech, it's been paying. I don't talk about it because it just pays. Just pays. I just sit back and it pays, and then it reinvests. So I think I have 3 or 4 packages there right now. I want to do a video on USI Tech and spark interest there because I think, you know, again, people are really focused on Regal, Bitconnect, Bitpetite, and I want to bring people's attention back to USI Tech. But yeah, all the owners are visible. They're doing a 1-year anniversary live event in London, end of the month, and they have a full team behind them. They, like I said, they just beefed up, and now they can trade, or excuse me, they are an official investment opportunity and brokered to do so in America. Which again, like, why? Why would you do that? You just go to like Malta or something, or another country. Anyway. Oh, that's a good question. If you had 10K laying around, how would you invest it right now to make back daily returns? Hands-on or hands-off, Clash? And do you have trading experience? Yeah, maybe there's a delay. So, I would say the safe/lazy bet would be Bitconnect. No trading experience. Okay, so he always loses money in trading. Okay. If you had trading experience or had the desire to learn it, which I think that's the prerequisite to learning anything, is you gotta love, at some level, you gotta love what you're about to get involved in. But I would say that I would say to do Bitconnect. If you had a desire to trade, manual trading, you'd make way more. But if you wanted like okay, here's 10K, I can check in on it every day, pull my earnings out of roughly about $100 every day. You're gonna get the principal back in 120 days. I personally feel Bitconnect will be there longer than that. I think I'll get 4 or 5 cycles, 4 or 5 120-day cycles out of Bitconnect before big changes happen. Good change or bad change, I don't know. But yeah, I would say that. So yeah, do a $10,000 loan, Bitconnect. Charles, that's a great question. I have not done that math, but I've heard a few people bring that to my attention, and I think I will. I don't see how that would be, but I don't know. Have to just yeah, no worries, Clash. Yeah, so today we'll have like how I've got the the channel working now is there's so much training videos that I'm shooting that I can do like 3-4 videos a day. So I tend to post them early in my morning and late at my night because most of our demos are America. And then these little live streams, like it's 8 a.m., 8:42 for me right now. We'll do a 10K challenge video today. Today's day 6, I think, will drop. Even though I've recorded up until today will be day 8 I've recorded, so I might do 2 back-to-back to catch us up. And then I'll do a training video. What else did I have in mind for today? No, I think that's it. Yeah, so this week we got the Bitpetite video. I'm going to do a USI Tech in the next 2 weeks. I want to buy like 10 or 20 packages in that. And just really, like I said, highlight that more because I think it's really underrated as an opportunity. But yeah, like the kind of my safe bet is Bitconnect at this point. I think we're all checked in. Yeah, cool. I'll probably end it there. I need to go get a coffee, wake up, and check in with my team, and get going for today. Yeah, so I covered everything. Bitcoin it'll hit 5K, even though there's a little pullback. Russian bad news. Bitconnect number 11. Who knows? Maybe it'll take down number 10. It's just blowing my mind. Bitpetite strong. Bitpetite will be around for another 6 months. Is my estimations. Bitconnect, we got a lot longer with that. Yeah, everybody's holding Bitcoin for the Bitcoin gold. Do it up, guys. Oh, wow. You're from Amsterdam and it's 2:43 in the morning. Good for you. Good for you. Man, the hardest point for me when I pull all-nighters, which I still do that, and I know that it's not the smartest thing to do, but when I do that, 3:30 to 4:30 is when I start fading bad. Yeah, the worry, Clash, just real quick, the worry goes away as the days roll on. Like, there's safety and security in knowing every time you log in at, like, for me, it's 12:30. So in 3 hours, I know my money will be there. And like clockwork, every day, it's there. The interest is paid up. And I would suggest that you do at least 10 days of reinvesting because then you're over an $11,000 investment. And if you haven't, email me real quick. Email me to get the calculator and play around with this calculator. But that 10 days of reinvesting does a lot for what you actually get back. Yeah, good morning indeed. 2:43 a.m. in Amsterdam. But yeah, I mean, do whatever it takes. Like, I'm a firm believer, and through my experience in life, like, you just got to do whatever it takes to win. You just got to find a way to win, and then relentlessly do whatever it takes. And I've really been on that warpath here this year, especially. And I think you just get that way. Like, the more successes and then failures you have, you get that way in life. And I just think, I think that's one of the most important traits is just to know what you want and go for it every single day. And yeah, some days you don't get sleep. Some days you're not performing at maybe your day job. Some days your day job is just driving you through the wall. I have conversations like this all day long. And the thing you got to remember is that you're buying your freedom one day at a time with this stuff. And so that's why, if nothing else, just make a plan and stay clear on that plan and stay focused on that plan and don't deter from it. Cool. Sent an email. Yeah, I'll fire that off to you basically as soon as I jump out of here. If you want the Bitconnect calculator that we have, it's just a spreadsheet. It's automatic function run spreadsheet. But next week, we'll actually have a very easy, user-friendly calculator that you just plop in your numbers in form fields, much like what Bitconnect has here, but it's very ugly. They would look like this. Like, you just put in your info, click a button, and then it calculates everything for you. That's what we've got in the community piece that we're going to be rolling out next week. We should get beta testers in there. So how do you get in on beta testing that? Okay, you just join a Discord chat, and then we're going to sliver out another channel, which will just be for beta users, for reporting, glitches that they might find. Like, we're going to test this thing out for at least 30 days before I decide what kind of rollout we do for it for everybody else. and we'll probably charge the general public who aren't a part of Crypto Junkies community a small fee, maybe like 10 or 20 bucks a year, to be a part of that. Whereas everybody in Crypto Junkies will get it for free. And then how we're rolling it out at first is we'll just have the Bitconnect page up, which will have all the tools, all the video training for that. And then as the weeks go on, we'll roll out the USI Tech page and all the tools, Regal Coin and Bitpetite. So we'll do it one at a time, and then we'll let you guys test it out. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. Do we have anything else? Do I have a calculator for USI Tech? No, I don't have a spreadsheet calculator. And the reason why is because there's been a change in USI Tech. They don't pay out every single day. It actually skips maybe 1 or 2 days a week where they don't pay you out anything. And then but the rest of the days, it's like 0.87, 0.92, 0.92. So it is literally like 0.8 and above every other day. And so I'm at 50 days of tracking it now. We had to track it to get the previous data because they don't give us any charts or any history of the payouts. So I've been tracking it through my own account. And so what we'll then have is a database that will be working off of 60 days of real data to be able to make the calculations. So that calculator's on its way. It just took a little bit of time. Dean, all you got to do, brother, is jump into the Discord chat. Join Discord chat. It's free. And then everything, like we'll have an entire channel for that. We'll get everybody slivered and segmented into the channel, and you'll be able to jump into the Crypto Junkies community piece. But yeah, there's some good stuff on the way, guys. Been strongly considering doing an ICO, and I'm going to be taking that more serious over the next couple of months. We're building our own trading bot, and yeah, like I'm excited, just genuinely excited about what's going on with everything crypto. Yeah, D Woods, no worries, brother. We'll have a calculator very soon for USI Tech, and just join in the community that we launch, and then you'll have access to that. Cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna cut it there. Wow, an hour. An hour goes by so fast when you're just hanging out with the fam. So, yeah, that's it for today. Oh, I'm gonna drop this real quick before I go. Check out Voltoro if you guys haven't. Voltoro allows you to move from Bitcoin to physical gold. That'll be day 10 to day 20. We'll be doing with the 30-day 10K challenge is every day we will be moving it over into gold. I think that's seriously important, especially, Clash, you were talking about like how do you get safety and security? Well, if you're moving over, let's say you do the 10K invest, follow us, do the same thing in Bitconnect, and every day you just move over into physical gold. By the span of a month, you're going to be sitting on we're going to be sitting on over a bar. So you'll be sitting on a lot of gold in just a month. And like gold, really, no matter what happens with crypto, the banking industry, gold is the standard. Like gold has been around since the beginning of time and it ain't going anywhere. Like that precious metal will always be the backbone of any institutionalized currency that we have. And so I think sitting on a good amount of it is a smart strategy. And you could easily do that. You could swap it out between maybe just pulling that money out, that interest money out, and holding various coins. Like right now would be a great time to buy into basically any altcoin that's down right now, because it's down for BTC Gold, Bitcoin Gold. That's going to happen on the 25th of October of this month. My birthday is the 24th, by the way, so that's a good day. 25th, day after my birthday, that's a good day. And then, so yeah, all the altcoins are down for that. So schedule out, allocate out some of your money to scoop up some of these altcoins at an all-time low. And again, those you can do for shorts and you can do for long-term holds as well, because I'm sure the price, I haven't looked today, but I'm sure the price on a lot of these altcoins is a steal, absolute steal. So I'm sitting on quite a bit as well of the altcoins, and I will until
the market bounces back, which is basically the day after the fork happens, you'll see a small sell-off of Bitcoin itself, and then the altcoins will start to kind of, you'll see the water flood into those, and it'll start to be revamped a bit. But anyways, that's it, my friends. I hear a bunch of people joining the Discord chat. I'm going to jump into there. That's it for today, and we'll see you guys very, very soon.